Hello, and welcome back to my programs dev stream of RP-1. So, check the budget. Okay, gotta read around every month. Here are all our astronauts. It's fine. Okay, I can do this one. This one I have doubts about. 600 kilometers. I'm not sure I can actually do that. Yeah, we have to go over 200 kilometers. And 600 kilometers downrange distance. Let's double check the vessel. Camera. Okay. Have to reach the altitude, and you have to reach the downrange distance. Okay, so we just have to get over 200 kilometers and $600 downrange. Okay, and to have something actually repeatable, I'll use ascent guidance. Let's try that. Okay, so that was not quite enough. It's not quite enough. See how much downrange distance we get. Hey, squirrel. Pretty sure we don't have the juice to do this. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to end up about 500 kilometers downrange, which is short of 600, and we're not even going high enough. So KSC Switcher had an issue with the Space Center transform not updating correctly, which means that the distance for recovery was just some random value, which means that even if you recover on the runway, it will claim that you're like 2,000 kilometers away, which leads to weird recovery times. So that should also make for much saner recovery times. Okay, so we can't do that contract, but we can fly this just for the science. Okay, nobody's trained. I should have better training. So 7.5 days, that puts us on March 21st. Somewhere around noon local, March 21st. I really need to do something to allow time zones for this. Okay. 26 days for that. Just warped a little bit extra. Okay. It's a fine day. And look at this glorious new thing. Although it lost all the window positions. Oh, and it lost the profiles too. That's annoying. Okay. Okay, that should do it. What did it just say over here? I missed it. Well. Anyway. I'm just doing my X-Plane Supersonic contract, which asks me to hold between 450 and 500 meters per second in level flight. For I think 3 minutes? There. Okay. Now we get to try some speed increases and look at that turbine inlet temperature and see how close we can get to Mach 2 without it going boom. My hunch is that we will not be able to hit Mach 2. Oh, we're also kind of thrust limited. Like we have enough drag that we can't actually make it. Okay, clearly we're not going to hit Mach 2. Let's go home. I guess let's go down to 40,000 feet. Okay, so we actually want to be about there when we turn. Okay, that looks reasonably lined up. One of these days I'll remember to check my latitude on the runway.
do you need to check your latitude on the runway?
So I can check my alignment now. Also, hi.
Hey, I said hello.
Oh, it didn't come through.
Yeah, no big deal.
Oh, we're already here. Cool story. Guess guess I should work on the whole landing thing, given that we're already almost home.
So how's that new AOA limiter working out?
I haven't actually used it on this yet because this doesn't really care.
Oh yeah, right. You're doing speed records.
Yeah, but I'll have access. I will be set up for it pretty soon. The annoying thing is that there isn't also a heading hold, so I have to have. I don't think that I can have both. Yeah, I can't have both cruise and AOA limiter on, which is sort of annoying because I want to hold a heading and an AOA. Oh, thank you, Alex. 283312.
Wait, so where did they put the AOA thing?
It's an independent mode like standard fly-by-wire and cruise control.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't really understand it.
I think the primary purpose of that would be some sort of like light cruising configuration.
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, at least it'll have wing leveler, so you'll mostly stay locked. But
yeah, okay. Well, I mean, for the purposes of altitude record, that's fine.
yeah. Yeah, it's just for my X-plane hops. I want to, I want to stay fixed on my azimuth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable alignment.
Maybe it was implemented as a separate mode because it would be inconsistent or difficult to make consistent with certain things like.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's possible to have heading hold without vertical hold. I guess you can turn it off. Also, how did shutting down the GUI not shut that down? That's super weird. Oh, I guess we're flying past the runway. I wasn't even noticing. Okay, we'll go around. It's fine. Yeah, so it's a. See if I switch. Yeah, it switches each of these modes. Also, it'd be nice if the mouse director didn't require right-click holding. Then I wouldn't need mouse aim flight. Anyway. Let's do some dumb things. Whee. Yeah, we really should have stalled and plausibly started to spin.
Yeah, you should have. Oh, crap, that velocity looks like it was, what, 30, 40?
Yeah, I got down to 30 meters per second, yes. So, 65 knots? I mean, this thing is fairly light. Not super light, because it's still got a bunch of kerosene in it, but it's light enough. Oh, Alex said it got down to 24 meters per second. Jeepers creepers.
Did you make it extremely stable?
I mean, I have advanced fly-by-wire on.
Okay.
Good that that didn't break the wheels. That came in a little hard.
Not as hard as that other time.
No, that other time it went kadoing. Yeah, now it's only a 14-day recovery. So yeah, I got to rebalance the recovery times, if that's the recovery time for a runway landing.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do one more contract with that plane, and then we need a better engine before we can get to Mach 2.
Was the one you just did 450?
Yeah, 450 to 500. Oh, I haven't even unlocked that node yet. I tried to unlock that node yet.
Yeah, I think that engine is thermally limited to 550 at most.
It looks like I would get to 560. I think before you hopped on, I was trying it, and I got up to about 540. I was actually drag limited or pressure recovery limited.
Pressure recovery limit? What do you mean?
So it's got a pitot tube intake, so the
Right.
TPR supersonic is low,
Yes.
just killing with thrust. With an actual ramp intake, I would probably be able. I would have the horsepower, but I wouldn't have the thermals. Oh, it requires early material science? Okay. Well, that program is going on the back burner for a while.
One.
Although we can, as soon as we get early rocketry, we can go back to doing suborbitals. So that's fine. Um, yeah, okay. And I'll be busy enough with the suborbitals that I can afford to wait for that. Annoyingly, however, we're super close. We just need 2 more science points. Um,
Another freebie.
yeah, for another freebie. I always need more researchers. I guess I can afford to straight up hire some researchers now. Since I'm under 50% efficiency, it's basically free. I mean, it costs money, but otherwise it's free. Okay, so one more of these. 500 to 550. So we'll be able to do it, but it's the last one. Okay. Now. Go again.
That seems like it needs editing anyway. I thought plan was to reduce the number of those.
What do you mean?
Stop them from jumping up by only 50 meters per second.
Oh, I didn't notice that you were doing that.
Let's see what
Okay, flaps to takeoff. Let's go. Whoa, why is... Okay. Something... Oh, did it reset my key? Presumably. Yes, it did. Okay. Yeah, Alex, you're right. If I can reach 560, then I'm golden for the 550 to 600 contract, and I definitely can reach that. Cruise flight controller, 90 degrees. Vertical speed. Okay. Why are we holding steady here? That's strange. Oh, because it's speeding up before it climbs more, I guess.
Doesn't seem like something it does.
No? Yeah, I don't know why it's... Okay, now we have some vertical speed. Yes, so that's what it was. Yeah, it prioritized speeding up over climbing. Apparently.
Oh, weird.
Which was interesting. So what's your guess? Are we going to have um, better luck at 16 kilometers, 15, 18? Because I don't really
Um,
have a good intuition for balancing angle of attack on the wings versus lower drag from. Like I guess it
what,
evens out, right?
not
Like
entirely. It doesn't even out entirely, because as you raise your angle of attack, you do. I mean, up to a certain point, you're getting improved lift to drag, but um,
yes, that's true.
but on the other hand, so if you go over that, obviously you're in bad territory. But on the other hand, as you go up and are raising your angle of attack, you're also lowering the drag on your fuselage, which is otherwise like pointless drag. But
Mm,
sorry, and then
you're yeah.
you're also changing the thrust that your engine generates. So that's the biggest question. Like, is your
Yep.
engine generating more thrust enough compensatory thrust at 16 versus 18? And then there's the slight factor that at 18 kilometers is the lowest. It's the bottom of the thermocline in the atmosphere. Above that, it starts going back up a bit. So 18 is actually the best place for if you're thermally limited.
Interesting point. Which we are. We're definitely thermally limited. Let's get up to 18 kilometers.
It's not a big enhancement, but it's
Every little bit helps.
yeah.
I can also dump some fuel, which will lower the necessary angle of attack.
Yep. Well, your plane probably is not carrying that much fuel.
Squirrel, so the Sky Streak from LC Dev has the later J57. This this plane has the earlier J57, which I don't think I even bothered to save, and it is thermally limited lower. So yeah, Squirrel,
Yeah.
you're using the next generation of this plane, which had the better J57 and has the F104 intake, which is a ramp intake.
Yeah, I want to say that one is limited to 720
Yeah,
max.
that sounds about right. You certainly can't hit Mach 3 on it, but you can hang out around Mach 2.
There's also, I think, a Russian engine at that node that is limited to 800.
Yeah. There's
So
also a Russian engine in this node,
yeah, I forget if that one's
the
better or not.
R11, which I think it might be.
I think it is. Yeah, the R11 is better.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
But you
it's
kind of need
better.
two of them.
Yeah, they're small.
Yes, they're the MiG-19 engines, if memory serves. Okay, so we can do this, but we're definitely only barely have the thrust to do it. So we have to sit on full burner the whole time, which is fine.
Oh, you were planning to dump fuel anyway, so
Right, so I'm effectively dumping fuel. Okay. Uh, let's go back down to that and go to 250 and go down to, I don't know, I guess we'll go down to 14 kilometers. Scroll, yes, it definitely, there's more thrust than thermal limit on the later mark of J57.
Yeah, in fact, it seems like above or getting close to Mach 2, its thrust increases more than yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
More than the drag increases. I remember
Yes.
playing with that engine. I'd be like, okay, it's kind of creeping up around 500 meters per second, but when you hit 600 meters per second, all of a sudden it starts accelerating faster. As I was doing my air launches off of it and going up to like a 8 or 9 degree climb before the acceleration evened out. Been up at 18 or 19 kilometers. So I was basically going into a zoom climb up to 30-ish degrees before releasing my rocket.
Oh yeah, right, because you're doing all the air launch stuff. All right,
Yeah.
time to go home.
My crowning achievement there was figuring out why my planes would snap themselves apart half the time when I was launching and half the time not. I figured out that what was it? What is the mod that is giving us jet engines?
AJE.
Yeah, AJE. The jet engines do not play well with what should we call it? The I can't remember the mod name for that either. The mod that lets you go back to a save at
Oh, FMRS.
yeah, FMRS. It does not play well. So you just have to shut the engines off right before you release the rocket, and all of a sudden everything works.
Wow.
All my rocket planes were releasing rockets fine, but then my jet planes were just like snapping themselves into little pieces most
Huh.
of the time.
Okay, enough fiddling with alignment. Oh, oops, it's 3312, not right. Okay, and let's get our alignment. Okay, that's alignment. I think I may have burned off a little too much fuel.
Fine.
no. But the point is, I was not going to fill tanks for the next mission.
Oh, okay. What's the problem with filling tanks for the next mission?
Then I'll be back to full fuel, and then I'll have to fly for a while or try to dump it
Oh,
before
okay.
doing the speed run.
I thought you just capped out your speed possibilities.
Nope, can do one more. As Alex pointed out, as long as I can get over 550, I can do one more.
Oh, okay. But your plane was pretty close to limited. I mean, you can get over 550 thermally, but you said you were drag limited.
Yeah, which is why I wanted less fuel.
Oh, okay.
Like, I got to 552 or 3, and that's enough. So.
Yeah.
Alright, let's turn the speed controller off.
You can always craft it at the right amount of fuel on.
Yeah, could do that, but I don't really want to deal with the editor. I think I can also use Ship Manifest to edit it, as long as I haven't left pre-launch.
Okay.
Alright, so my alignment is a little off. We're down to 10, 9 now. Even though we're going 270, because I guess Earth curvature?
Yes.
Okay, full flaps, full brakes. Okay, now we're lined up pretty well. Man, there's a big kick when I deploy or retract the spoilers. Not real sure why. That's interesting aerodynamically.
Are your wings exactly centered?
Yeah. Squirrel, so if you get, oh, what's it called? The mod that KSP Wheel was designed to support. It has the adjustable landing gear. And that's exactly what you want.
Isn't the mod called adjustable landing gear?
No, there's a newer version.
I think I installed that one. The gear were too boxy for me. For the ones we had here.
Shoot. Okay, that'll do. And, uh-oh.
Touch can go.
Yes, apparently that was... Okay, I'm gonna revert that because that should have been fine. basically. It's the weird, like, two sets of terrain.
Yeah.
Not going to fly it again, though, which means I miss out on a little rep. But given the records are messed up, it's fine.
I mean, realistically, that runway is too small.
Yeah, if I landed on the shuttle landing strip, I'd be fine. Yeah, this is only a kilometer runway. So can I edit this? Let's see. Kerosene. It's weird. Apparently you can't edit it. Thought you could. Okay, that should be fine. So that may be a little. We not in pre-launch? We're not in pre-launch. That was a little much. MISC. Kerosene. Okay, that will do. Almost hit the wrong recovery. Squirrel, it's called Kerbal Foundries 2. Okay. Yep, so now the recoveries are 14 days because it's Ryan fixed that bug. Cool, 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 cool. Start the next training. Oh, he didn't even fly. Count as flying. Okay, sure. Okay, now I can replace this with the good engine. Oh, I don't have the money. Lol. Forgot that I'm running so close to the edge. Yeah. We need 5,000 funds.
We should include a new warp until function to say
Yes, warp until funds. Okay. $26.42 versus, yeah, so that's another 800 meters per second. Not sure I need to even get away from the steel tanks. I don't think I need to switch to aluminum tanks. That's enough delta V to do our suborbitals. For sure. I mean, we'll see about the performance of it.
I don't think you want to rebuild planes just for testing, but definitely try out bigger wings someday.
Yep. Yeah, I mean the X-15 alike, the Sky, what I call it? Star Streak, which would have been called historically the Sky Flash. Okay, that's very little. That's a heavy modification. Oh well. Meanwhile, this what crew science do I actually want?
Finding the Sky Flash being a missile.
Yes, the Sky Flash was a British missile, but it was also Douglas's name for the D558-3, which was their submission to the first to the Navy and then later for the X-15 competition. I guess I'll do Mach 2 flight, or yeah, because I'm not going to get the other engine for a bit, and we will not spend very long above 40 kilometers, so it's better to get that. Save edits. All right. That needs to get edited. Can fly that mission, but I am pretty sleepy, so I'm going to call it quits there.
Hey, good night.
Well, thank you for joining. Thanks, everybody. Oh, it's right on the 1 hour boundary. Huh. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.